Hey, what is up, you guys? This is Rob, and I want to talk to you guys today about a fix for an issue that is always plaguing the 2020 and up's Toyota Supra. All right, a lot of people complain about this. And that is the sound system. Now, it does have a �𝗲𝗏 /𝗨𝗨 sound system. It is actually a premium sound system. It has a lot of nice components to it. However, there's one big weak link in that system, and that is the bass. The bass is muddy. It is non-existent. It's not there. You can turn up the bass all the way. It doesn't hit hard at all. So of course, there are some things you can do to try to remedy this. You can mess with the equalizer settings. I put up an equalizer setting, put that up right now. And there we go. Some people like to use this setting just to try to fix it. And then you could also, of course, do things such as disable active sound design using 𝗏𝗏link. If you didn't know 𝗏𝗏link, it's an app on your phone where you can connect with a Bluetooth OBD connector. If you need one of those, there's a link below. Those are two ways, but here's the thing. Some people have figured out how to fix it directly by going to the root of the problem, all right? Now, the root of the problem is that the enclosure, those two 8-inch subwoofers in the back it's no good. It's sheet metal. It's sheet metal, nothing else. There's no way to essentially capture the bass, all right? The subwoofer hits, the bass dissipates, and that's it. Dissipates, and we're gone, all right? That's a problem. So we're going to try to fix that problem. So we're going to use all of these items, mainly foam, and some modification of a stock part in order to get that going. So let's go ahead and jump in to how we're going to fix this. So first off, we're going to take that metal enclosure and we're going to try to turn it into a better box. All right, you buy a subwoofer, you put that in a subwoofer box. That way it can capture the bass. All right, guys, so before we go any further, let's talk about everything here. Essentially different forms of speaker wadding, and also some other small things we'll need. So you see speaker wadding, you see dampening foam right here. Speaker grills, we'll go over what these are for later, as well as modifying the back piece of your Toyota Supra, the subwoofer panel. Now, when I say modifying, I mean you're drilling out two holes and you're putting in there two ports. This is to help give the bass a nice clean exit. Now, I know drilling into a stock part, it can always be a little bit nerve-wracking. Don't worry, replacement parts aren't a lot of money either. But if you really, want to buy all these products, I did include links below. So that way you don't have to go ahead and search online. Just right under this video, Amazon links to everything here. So that way it's all in one place for you guys. So without further ado, let's get into this. All right, so first, guys, we'll want to remove that back plate I had mentioned earlier. So here's a quick step-by-step. Let's go ahead and play that. All right, you guys, so this is a pretty simple thing to do. First off, of course, make sure you remove, the carpet in the back, as well as the board so you can see the metal. It's just so you have a nice clean station to work and so you can access the tab that we need to pop off. So pop off the tab, just use a trim tool or even a screwdriver will work. Just be careful, you don't want to mar it up too much. Just take that off, and then you will just go ahead and pull out the backing. It's just attached by tabs on the back. Nothing too hard. Just, give it some even pressure and pull, and eventually you will be able to free it from the tabs. And then just go ahead and slide it out, as you can see. And there we go, you guys. Now you can begin to start modifying it and then drill out the holes that I will be talking about more in depth in just a moment. All right, now that you saw how to do that, let's go over everything else we have here. So first we have this speaker wadding. It will come in just a big square. You cut it out. It's actually a pack of 2 you'll be getting. And you just have to cut them out to the dimensions specified. I'll go ahead and put that dimension template up right now. And as you can see, it's not hard. You can cut it pretty easy. It doesn't have to be exact. I didn't have the best scissors, so it's not the cleanest cuts. But essentially, you're going to roll this in, and you will see that the metal enclosure I had mentioned, it does have gaps, so you basically squeeze this through to get it to fit in there. And then, let's go over when you take off the back panel. You will see, a couple, we'll just call them a couple metal parts, poking out from the back. those poking parts, you are going to slip in there this hardened foam. Now this is nice, thick, sound dampening foam. This comes in a big square. When you order it, you will then cut that to size. Once again, don't have to be perfect. You can see I also cut slits in. Let's go ahead and throw up this template right now. And by looking at this template, you can see exactly where you have to cut the slits. Like I said, I have those metal, we'll call them brackets. You just slip it in. You slip these slits in and it holds it in place. That's just to help further control the vibrations, to help keep everything contained. That's all you need. Now, you will see that there are, two large spaces, and that is where the holes I had mentioned earlier, that's where the bass is going to escape from. I just like to put these speaker grills over it, just to be sure that, nothing gets back there. You really don't have to if you don't want to, but I do recommend it. You don't want to throw something in the back and it ends up going in there and then you have to spend time trying to fish it out. And now let's go to the main thing. So you do need to use or at least I used a drill saw. It's just a circular saw you attach to your drill. There's a link to that also in the Amazon below. And you will want to use that carefully. I did drill a little higher than you're supposed to because I just wanted to have some more clearance on the bottom. So you'll drill a hole through that, stick in the ports that I did also link below. And then there we go. Easy bass holes for everything to come out. You will see there's foam on the back. It's OEM foam. I went ahead and just ripped it out before I drilled the holes in, then reattached them. I zip tied them a bit just to get them to stick on. And yeah. It's really not the hardest thing. A little bit time intensive, that's pretty much it. So now that we have everything here, let's go over the actual install, all right? We're gonna go over to a first-person camera and we're gonna put everything all together. So remember guys, just make sure you have everything nice and pre-cut, have everything pre-drilled, pre-make the holes, and then go ahead and let's get to the next part of the video. Alright you guys, so there is no easy way to sugarcoat it. This is the biggest pain in the butt that you will do, like the most annoying part of this whole process. So you're going to have to roll up this speaker wadding and get it as best as you can inside of, the little holes that you see there. As you can see on the left side, that white there is the foam that I put onto that side. You just have to try to get in there as best you can so it can basically fill out the square-shaped interior of the enclosure. So that was my method. I rolled it up that way and I was able to sort of get it into the holes. I started on the top hole, that top horizontal one, and just managed to spread out inside as best as I could. Just try your best, you guys. And now that ordeal is over, now just to remove the metal brackets to put in the foam, I feel like this is easier than trying to slide them inside. I chose to just drill out the screws. First you have to take off that top bracket for the middle. Just one more easy clip, just use a trim tool, just like that back panel. And yeah, I just unscrewed it. I just used my power drill. It made it nice and easy. I guarantee you guys, trying to slide in that really thick and stubborn foam in there, it's a bit of an annoyance. It's definitely way easier to do it this way, I found. I feel like it probably saved a decent amount of time, so that way I was just able to put the foam in from the outside. Here you can see exactly what I mean. See how I have the bracket. Now I can just take the foam and just get it in there. I can just do it, outside of the car. It's a bit tight space working in the car. So there we go. And you can also make any adjustments as needed. Tear a little bit more on the wedge or whatever. But it went right in, and then it was just a matter of screwing it back in there using the power drill again. As you can see, everything is now on perfect. It was super easy. Just take off the brackets, put in the foam, re-screw in the brackets, and you are good to go now for the next step. Go ahead and just cut up that speaker wire and just put it in place. This is just to help make sure nothing gets in there. Alright, I sped up this clip just a little bit to show you guys. So you just want to now get the back panel in there. It's going to be a bit of a harder fit due to the thicker foam. It should still stick out just a little bit more than it was in OEM, and I'm sorry about that. If you do some adjustments to the foam, you could probably get it to fit in perfectly, but I was alright with this. For me, I just really want to make sure everything clipped in fine. So I do recommend starting on the top, when you push it in. And then go ahead and work on those the middle clips, and then the left and right side that are more in the center. Then after that, should be good to go. As you can see, the grill looks good. However, I did decide to change it up later, and I did decide to put the grill on the actual ports just to hide that wire on the right side. And now, if everything all together, you can see it all looks good. I think the ports actually improved the look a little bit. It kind of gives it a bit more of a professional system look in the back. I do really like it. And let's go ahead and go to my own opinions and if I felt this was worth it. All right, you guys. So that was the video on how to do this whole, base modification to your 2020 and up Supra. I definitely recommend doing this if you found a base just a little bit lacking and you were thinking of a new system. This might actually be enough to kind of hold you over. Some people have said that they tried some of the OEM upgrades. When I say that, I mean like aftermarket woofers that you put into the stock placement. And they said that with this modification, it was pretty much the same. It wasn't enough of a difference to, warrant the additional couple $100 it would spend to upgrade it. So I do hope that, this works for you guys. Just follow the instructions that I laid out in the video. Also the templates for the drilling and the cutting. And do remember, I did put links on the bottom to everything that I used, just so that you could have it all in one place on Amazon. So if you want to do that, go ahead. I also did put a link to the forum post that inspired this video, so that if you guys wanted any further specifics, you can go ahead and go from there. The templates and everything are from that forum post, so you will find the same pictures there. So that's pretty much it, you guys. Hope this helped you guys out. I noticed there weren't really a lot of videos on it, so I wanted to help you guys out. And with that, I just want to say have a good one, you guys.